Go time. Go time.
This is for Amy. Wait, I'm not done. She wants stuff for curly hair.
Shopping for Christmas. Let's go. Real shopping. Real much. It's, we only come here like twice a year. Because you better get ready to pull out your credit cards. You may have to use multiple cards. If you've got your credit cards maxed out or they're close to being maxed out, you may have to use multiple credit cards. You may have to get a new credit card with a new max on it and just go. It's go. That's why they call it go time, because you go no matter what, how far, you just go. Keep going, but don't stop. There's Santa. Don't tell anybody, but that's Santa Claus right there. Show him your shirt. Yeah, believe it.
I don't know what to get.
It's that sign right there says Patience Counseling. I wonder if that's like credit counseling or something like that, or marriage counseling, maybe. Not that I would need any marriage counseling. I'm married to Santa Claus, after all. She sees you when you're sleeping, and she knows if you've been bad or good. She'll tell you. She kind of lets you know throughout the year, so you don't have to wait till Christmas. We like to get the kids stuff. Like, see, this is what do you call this? What do you call this section? Pharmacy. This is a section that has like all the lotion and razors and Q-tips and stuff that like 20-year-olds don't want to buy, that they think just appears magically out of nowhere at your house while they were growing up. Well, Tammy gets them this kind of stuff for their stockings for Christmas. We get stuff that you need, and it'll last the whole year. Like, I got 50 Mach 3 razor heads. It'll take me about a month to run through every one of them, so that's 50 months. I should just let my beard grow instead of paying all that. I mean, it's $30 for all those. I can grow a beard for free.
I'm in my
You
thinking
better not
zone.
pout. You better not cry.
Yeah.
She cries. She's all the time pouting and crying. All the time. Guys, somebody let the air out of one of my tires in the parking lot of the restaurant where we ate. I've never had that happen. But I got out. We got in the car after we got through eating, and I had 17 pounds of air pressure. But it wasn't continuing to leak. So I don't know who let the air out of my tire, but I don't really feel like I deserve that. It did hurt my feelings. I cried for a little while in the parking lot, and but I gotta hold myself. I put some air in the tire. Hopefully it's not a slow leak. I wouldn't think it'd be a slow leak, because I wouldn't all of a sudden be 17 pounds of air pressure in my tire. I mean, if you want Chex Mix, get you some Chex Mix. See, she'll ask me if I want stuff and stuff that she really wants, and then blames me and says, "Oh, I can't believe we spent all this money. I didn't." And it's just it's all tricks. When you get married, you've been married all the time, it's just tricky. Like, really, it's just tricking each other is all it is. I was letting you guys know that she's letting me push the buggy, which is what big boys get to do. Big boys push the buggy. And it's heavy. It gets heavy in here because everything, you buy so much of everything, and it's really heavy. And this is the only time really that I get to push the buggy. Because for at the grocery store or somewhere else, she pushes the buggy. But she does put her hand on the buggy. Like, she'll just put one hand on it while I'm pushing it and kind of guides, because, I mean, big boys get to push the buggy, but they don't decide where the buggy goes. That's for grown-up girls. Y'all hear that noise? Last night I was in bed and I kept hearing stuff, and it sounded so weird, like, just odd, weird noises. And I was thinking, man, am I going crazy? I told Tammy, am I, like, did I do something to my ears? Am I going? I said, is this how it starts when you go crazy? Do you, I mean, you hear, and it was just the oddest noises, and I kept hearing it, kept hearing it. And then finally I figured out Tammy's phone had just come on. And I figured it out when Elvis, I could hear Elvis singing. It was Elvis Christmas song. And I had to go into the living room and cut the phone off. See, we're in the dairy.
This is the 18th.
It's
I'm gonna
cold.
get one of each.
Okay.
You gotta
And
drink this one first.
you can see your breath in here.
And
Dairy. Kind of reminds me of last night. Dairy. No, I didn't have anything wrong with me last night. We're on the cleaning aisle. They've got so much stuff on the side. We ought to have the cleanest country in the whole world. Just based on walking down this aisle, there's so much cleaning stuff. I mean, everything you can imagine. Look at it. It's all the way to the ceiling. America should really be clean. And yet, most of it is stuff that makes you think it's easy to clean. It tries to trick you, I think is what most of it is. Like, you don't have to do anything. You just splash it on or squirt it on and this stuff just comes clean. You don't have to scrub anything. The aisle with the brushes where you scrub things and the mops and stuff has got a whole lot less stuff than the actual cleaning, magical cleaning things that you just spray out. Filling it up. I'm gonna have to get a for real big boy to help me push this thing. Not me, not a big boy like me, like a real, like a big boy. Man, I ought to get me a basketball. I could start playing basketball again, running up down the court, shooting the ball. I mean, just running and running, playing defense. I would fall over. The first time I tried to run, I hadn't ran in probably 10, 15 years. If I started running, if something happened and I really had to run, I'd be in trouble. I mean, I couldn't run 5 feet, not full speed. Tammy thought these were real.
I said, Chris, can I have one?
I said, if you can keep it alive. I
And
mean,
it's not real.
It says artificial.
I thought it was real.
And that's it, not even in English. And I understood
get the kids
that it was
socks.
not real. She just told me don't leave, like I was just gonna wander off in the store. I mean, I told her I'm a big boy. I'm not gonna wander off, get lost. I know where she's at. She also told me do not move the buggy. And you see what I'm doing. You see? Tell me.
At all.
What'd you say?
You do not mind at all.
I
All
will
right,
push
Chris
the buggy
had a
wherever I
request.
please. And she's looking at the toys, and they're like 25, 30 years old. I don't know why she's looking at the toys. They're not pregnant. It's Christmas. I just saw a guy come by. He had one of these buggies, like that buggy. And he was probably about 26. And his buggy was entirely empty. Just pushing an empty buggy around. And I just remember those days were so awesome where you could just have an empty buggy. Not be full of a bunch of stuff that you had to pay for. And push around. Because this is getting heavy. I'm just going to be honest with you. It's getting heavy. Yeah, when I was that age, I had my truck paid off. It matched my boat, which was paid off. Didn't have any stuff in the buggies. Got all the fishing stuff I wanted. Had money in the bank. I wasn't even trying to save money. I couldn't spend the money that I made. I just made. But now I got a buggy full of stuff. I need to quit thinking about this. This is depressing, man. But I do have the love of a family and my wife. So what is that worth? Is that worth pushing a big heavy buggy I think it is. And right now she's calling people that we know, distant relatives and stuff, just to see if they need us to buy anything in here. She's calling people. Hey, do you want me to get such and such? Let them get their own stuff. They stayed alive without us this whole time. We're in the Christmas aisle. She's looking at Christmas stuff, and I was thinking when I got them 15 boxes out of the attic and hauled them down the steps and then carried them into the house, that what we really needed was some more Christmas stuff, because that's wasn't enough for me. On the way home, finally, turns out that nobody let air out of my tire. My tire was leaking. And when we got out in the parking lot, my pressure was down to 25. So we had to get on the phone and find somewhere. So let me give you a little piece of advice.
I didn't think somebody let air out of their tire. I said, that's never happened to me in my life.
Well, it could happen. It's possible. Tammy's made a lot of people mad over the years. It doesn't surprise me.
I have not.
That somebody would let air out of her tire. But anyway, that wasn't what it was. So,
you see who makes people mad?
But
This family.
I'll give y'all a piece of advice in case you don't know. If you ever have a leak in your tire, don't take it to Walmart. Take it to the littlest tire place that you can find. And those jokers will fix your tire immediately, because it's just like $20 or $25 for 10 minutes worth of work. And it's just pure labor. There's no overhead. They love to fix your little tire, and they'll get you out of there as quick as they can.
We drove in that place
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock sharp and pulled out at 5:10.
Yep. S&P Automotive in Richmond Hill.
S&P Automotive on Highway 17 in Richmond Hill. Thumbs up.
So we were glad to get it taken care of. That's the kind of thing that young people don't know. They think they have to take it into a big, huge tire store that sells all these. No, find you a little place. All of them can fix tires.
Yeah, I'd never thought to tell our kids that. And Amy was late for work the other day. She had a flat tire on the way to work. This was before Chris had his wreck. Not my Chris, her Chris. Little Chris. I'm going to start saying little Chris had his wreck. And he drove over there. They went all the way to Walmart, was going to get her tire fixed. They told her it's going to be an hour or two. I said, Amy, you got to go to work. Don't you know that when you get a tire fixed, you're supposed to go to a tire place? No. I said, get in your car right now and drive down to, and I gave her an address.
She said, that place looked real rough. No, that's what
That's
the
what
place you
want
want to
for
go
a tire
to.
place.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They're repairing a tire. So if you never told your kids or grandkids that, that's something they really need to know. Right.
That's it. End of the video over.